Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zach. Today we're doing another ECOMI only view video, except for this time around we're going to be taking a look at RECUR, the NFT platform that I know a few VeVe fans are concerned about or thinking about at the very least. If you're here from VeVe, hello, and if you're not here from VeVe and you just want to learn about RECUR, then that's what we'll be doing in this video. For those of you who aren't aware and are watching this through searching up RECUR, there is another app called VeVe that is very similar, if you like, and has already been launched to what we're expecting from RECUR. Let's quickly go over the price of OMI because I know that some of you like to see that. And then we'll get into everything else. So the price right now is 633, 618 low, and 687 high. Now, in this video, I kind of want to go over some of my own thoughts as to, you know, since the Hello Kitty license was announced for RECUR, I made a video about that actually got some more views than I expected. People were a bit confused, a little bit concerned. Why isn't VeVe getting exactly what RECUR's getting, etc.? Because VeVe, if you're not already aware, is an NFT platform that has licenses to some of the biggest, well, the biggest IPs in the world. So we already have Disney, and we have all of these different other IPs. So we have right here Spider-Man, we have Ghostbusters. Recently we've had Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse. We've had The Simpsons, Disney Plus Day celebration, all licensed with the IPs that hold the rights to these. And we can see, of course, these different sort of augmented reality images right here, where you can actually buy these NFTs and then you can have them in an AR viewer, which is basically, we've never seen this before, I don't think, as far as NFTs is concerned. So VeVe is extremely exciting for a lot of people, including myself. That's why I cover a lot of it. In this video, we're going to be looking at RECUR, and I'm wondering what RECUR is trying to offer that VeVe doesn't already. But we're going to go through all of it right now. And to be very clear, this video isn't a F RECUR and it's not an F VeVe. You know, I'm happy with more than one good app being in the space. So let's just get that out of the way. But this is RECUR, right? So I've done a bit of research, a tiny bit more research than I did before into this. So we see here, this is their Twitter handle, RECUR Forever, removing boundaries on fandom, building on-chain branded NFT experiences, and then they have a Discord here. Now, there isn't a lot of information on RECUR right now, and I think, you know, that's something that rubbed, because there is still, I think there is already some tribalism within the NFT community, which NFT sets or which NFT projects are better than the other. Obviously, a lot of that comes down to people wanting to invest in something that's going to give them the highest return and the fastest return oftentimes anyway. But I don't necessarily think that that's, you know, we can't just look at one app and be like, well, that's going to be the Google or the Amazon of this specific industry for the next 10 to 50 years. Not 10 to 15, 10 to 50 years. You know, we're going to see a lot of products coming out, and I'm bullish on anything that is that's going to bring people into the NFT space. So this is the owner or the co-founder and co-CEO of RECUR Forever. We have here Zach Peruch. Never seen him before, but there's a lot of incredibly smart people who I've never heard of until recently. So, you know, I'm sure that Zach will be added to the list. We see that right here, the pinned tweet, the gold rush birthed Hollywood, crypto is our generation's gold rush, and the NFTs will be the new Hollywood. So clearly very bullish on NFTs. I suppose he would be if he's founding a project like this. But this is the news that I think brought RECUR to the VeVe fam, as far as, you know, what we're looking at here, right? Some people sort of thinking, what's going on here? RECUR is thrilled to be building a bespoke experience for Hello Kitty fans, some of the most engaged and dedicated fans in the world, to buy, collect, and trade Hello Kitty NFTs as a digital product, and collectibles more coming soon. So we've actually looked at this business wire on this channel. We're going to go through some of it really quickly again, just so that we can recap for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. Let me just double check. Yeah, we're going through that stuff. So RECUR announced a strategic NFT partnership with Sanrio for the first time, bringing the Hello Kitty iconic brand into the digital collectible space. They announced today a strategic partnership with iconic brand Hello Kitty to create a fan-focused platform that will bring the character to the NFT world. RECUR is thrilled to create a bespoke experience. And essentially we have here the chief operating officer for Sanrio. To explore this new and innovative business is for us a big challenge. For Sanrio, stepping into the NFT space adds a new way of doing what we essentially want to do, right? So it's very exciting. Additionally, RECUR is announcing its first proprietary NFT that will be available for purchase on December 9th. The NFT, a portal pass, will offer early access to RECUR's entire IP library and experiences, among other forms of utility. So essentially, it's pay to play in a way, in that you have to buy this in order to get access to, you know, more. RECUR has already, and the reason why I bring that up is because VeVe, you don't have to have an NFT to get into anything, right? You can just literally download the app and sign up and log in. RECUR has already amassed some of the largest fan base of IP in the world with Hello Kitty. And there's some more that we'll go through soon, actually. Sometimes you may find yourself thinking, I wish I could have been there when it happened. Well, we are excited to share with our community that the RECUR Portal Pass is your chance. Through this one-day, 24-hour sale, you will receive early access to what will be some of the greatest digital collectibles for generations to come. And that's only the beginning. We're excited to be able to share our roadmap. Now, from what I've read about RECUR, essentially RECUR, you know, a number of people have DM'd me about this on Twitter, being like, yo, this is just like a copycat of VeVe, it's not going to do anything, etc., etc. Now, I don't necessarily have the same approach or same way of thinking. I think anyone can do well in the space. Any company that has the right people behind it and the right funding behind it can do well in the space. And I'm not, you know, I do love VeVe. I think that VeVe looks really, really amazing and is doing really, really amazingly. And the team itself behind VeVe is really great and has a lot of experience, etc., etc. But I definitely don't want to shut my door as far as, you know, opportunities and stuff, you know, to the next thing that comes out just because I've really liked the first thing that I've seen. You know what I mean? So we're going to have a fair look at RECUR right now, or at least as fair a look as we can. So obviously one thing that people were a bit surprised by was Gary V's take on VeVe, because, you know, Gary didn't seem as bullish as we would have liked him to. But we have to remember as well, and I'm not saying that this is the driving force behind it, but I'm also not saying that it's not the driving force behind his statements. You know, he has backed RECUR, right? So you can see right here, he's actually sending a tweet towards one of the press releases about Hello Kitty NFTs are coming, right? So backed by Gemini and Gary Vee, so already two huge names. And then, of course, Ethereum's co-founder, Joe Lubin. So really, really big stuff. And so, of course, they will have put a lot of money behind this, I'd imagine. Probably more money than ECOMI has, or at least had, you know, because I don't think ECOMI have, I think they said that they did like one small seed round, but I don't think that they have, like, you know, I don't think they pumped the valuation too much. So that's that. Now let's go through some of the information going around here, because I have looked through RECUR a little bit just to see what's going on. So the first thing I've noticed, well, not the first, but one of the things I've noticed is that, you know, we're seeing on RECUR's Twitter, right? RECUR adds 23 more schools to the NFT family, bringing the total count of schools to 37. We're getting ready for 2022. See more at nftu.com. Now, I've already gone over to nftu.com, which is what you can see right here. And so if you want to be aware of everything happening, there's like a newsletter essentially. But you can see that these are the teams that are coming up. Now, I'm not based in the in US, but I know that these teams are huge. That looks like Red Sox to me. Again, like, you'll know all of these, but I don't. But I know that they're big and they're important. So that's really, really interesting. You can see right here the actual names, of course. Maybe I was wrong. Was that not Red Sox? Am I being really stupid? Okay, well, y'all will tell me. I know you will, because YouTube is ruthless with that stuff. I thought that was Red Sox. Is that not Red Sox? Yo, hold up. My whole life has been a lie. I thought that was Red Sox. Oh no, I'm about to get the comments after me. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, so something else that I noticed that made me think, oh, okay, similar to VeVe. And of course, this is a thing that we see in a lot of NFT projects. We're going to need a bigger stage. 100% plus community members joined us for an AMA in Discord. Join us, and of course, we see right here. Now, this made me think straight away of how what do you call it? How the VeVe stuff, you know, how we've seen ECOMI Clubhouses. Obviously now it's been moved to Twitter Spaces, and I'd imagine that at some point RECUR will move to Twitter Spaces. But the thing to keep in mind right now is that RECUR seems to have been quite closed off, as far as there hasn't been a lot of information put out yet. And so I think that they're basically getting ready for a real launch in 2022, which honestly is interesting. I'm excited to see what they come up with. I'm not here screw RECUR. You know, I've had DMs saying, you know, there's a lot of talk but not much happening, and I'm like, well, you know, we don't know when the launch is. You know, they have got money behind them. They have got not just money from people who don't know what's going on, but they actually have money from people within this industry who know exactly what's going on. So, you know, I am interested. I'm not saying that it's going to overtake VeVe or vice versa, because I don't know. Anyway, Viacom CBS also gets into NFTs. Via a partnership with NFT startup RECUR. media company Viacom CBS is getting into NFTs. Now, of course, Viacom CBS is an incredibly powerful brand or like media IP collection, conglomerate, holding, whatever the hell you want to call it. And of course, thankfully, VeVe also has Viacom CBS, right? So, you know, we are working with them too as far as VeVe is concerned, which is good. And it also means that maybe the NFTs that we're seeing on VeVe aren't necessarily exclusive. Is that a bad thing? Not to me. I think it comes down to the product at the end of the day. And that's something I'm interested to see. So let's have a quick look at this. So Viacom says it's partnering with NFT company RECUR to bring its iconic IP and franchise to the world of digital collectibles starting next year. So again, this is all starting next year. VeVe itself has been out already for a year, essentially, and it's seen some crazy growth, right? This includes products and collectibles from shows and films across top Viacom CBS brands like CBS, MTV, Showtime, Paramount Pictures, BET, Nickelodeon, and Comedy Central. The company isn't offering much details, essentially, of what we'll be seeing. It also knows this platform will encourage peer-to-peer engagement and facilitate innovative ways for users to unlock new experiences. Now, everything that I'm seeing right here is already what I see with VeVe. RECUR, which recently closed on a $15 million Series A, valuing the pre-launch company at $333 million. I don't think ECOMI is worth that amount from like a Series A, Series B, etc. sort of, VC round. Is currently working on building an NFT platform called NFTU. This platform is created in partnership with digital licensing company Veritone and will host NFTs created with Pac-12 networks, athletics video content like sports highlights, for example. I wonder if we're going to see anything like Top Shot, right? While a number of other NFT marketplaces already exist, RECUR's plan is to develop technology that standardizes recurring royalties minted on any cryptocurrency, a decision that means that NFTs will become chain agnostic, bringing more potential fans into the crypto ecosystem. For brands and brand partners and IP holders, that means once the NFT left their own originating platform to be resold anywhere, the original rights holder would be able to. So this stuff is stuff that we should really see anyway with VeVe again. I am doing a lot of comparison to VeVe in my head because that's how this industry works. You see what one company is trying to do, you see what the other company is trying to do. And again, I don't have anything against RECUR. Like I want to see what they get up to. Like if RECUR help NFTs get into a place, like mainstream NFTs get into a place where like people are just getting into it even more, like VeVe will benefit from that too. Like as long as VeVe is building a good product, which you can only do that anyway. Like I don't see. I'm not worried. That's just me. Obviously, like it's going to change some level of value potentially with certain NFTs that we see on VeVe, but that was going to happen anyway. Like VeVe's not the only company that's interested in doing this. Like I hope y'all realize that. VeVe's one of the best moving and first movers, etc. And that there's a lot to be said for that, right? It's crazy, but it almost reminds me of console wars, PlayStation versus Xbox. Like they both play the same goddamn games anyway. I mean, mostly. Obviously, there are different exclusives and stuff. SpongeBob SquarePants, South Park or Star Trek collectibles. So obviously, this is stuff that we've already seen, right, with VeVe. So again, nothing really that different here. And then we see just more sort of NFT information fueled by beloved characters and iconic properties with multi-generational appeal. We are thrilled to accelerate our consumer projects, and of course, this is Viacom CBS. But again, this isn't a surprise because he's even saying here she's even saying here in teaming up with RECUR to create an NFT platform dedicated to Viacom CBS. Now, I don't know why. Like again, it's an interesting one to see that that's not an exclusive partnership, but because they're basically saying the same thing as they would say with VeVe, right? Literally just replace in teaming up with RECUR with VeVe, and then you have the same sentence basically, right? It would make sense. So anyway, let's have a look at the RECUR website, see what's going on here, right? So straight away, you can see there's a countdown. Your portal to the metaverse is here. Again, this is for the portal that you can buy, essentially, from what I understand, for early access towards, being able to actually, you can see right here, each portal is unique. Each RECUR pass will be programmatically generated. Color may vary. Let's have a look at the roadmap. Early beta access to some of the most coveted brands, NFT experiences across characters, movie and TV, sports, and more. So we have here Hello Kitty, Rugrats, Real Monsters, TMNT. So again, these are all projects that I would expect to see on VeVe. Star Trek, we already know that's coming. I'm not sure who owns the Godfather IP nor the Mean Girls IP, actually. That's probably CBS, Viacom CBS. So again, pretty much everything I'm seeing here, apart from these, which I'm not aware if we have this with VeVe, but these we probably do. This we definitely do, or at least we have Star Trek. We have or a few of the Star Treks. If we have a look at the VeVe license, a global announcement thing, It says Star Trek Next Generation and Star Trek Picard and Star Trek Discovery. So yeah. So anyway, more coming soon. So that's the thing. Like, we don't really have much more info apart from phase 1, and that's it, literally. FAQs wise, we have a pass that will be sold for only 24 hours beginning on December 9th. 50 minutes, okay. On December 9th, 2021, and never sold ever again. Pass holders will have early beta access. I don't know how important this is really going to be. It could be, but I'm like, unless RECUR like builds its own IP in a big way, I don't see how this is really important. And in fairness, though, RECUR might build their IP. They might become like, you know, they might try to become the Walmart or the Amazon of collectibles, right? And again, there can be two incredibly big companies doing that, being ECOMI and RECUR. So if it becomes like, you know, the biggest whatever, then yeah, obviously this will be worth it like 10 years down the line. What does the RECUR IP pass give me access to? What are your planned projects? Pass holders will be granted early beta access to NFT experiences featuring everything that they have essentially. Are the above properties in the roadmap your final list of properties? I'll answer that for you now. Nope. What is the supply for the RECUR pass? The pass will only be sold for a 24-hour time period and then never again based on the quantity of passes purchased during the sale. An additional 10% will be added to the total supply held in RECUR's treasury and allocated for community initiatives. So that's fine. I don't really care too much about the pass, to be honest with you, because this is all going to be like, the pass is going to help for like early access, and then after that, like everything else is going to be open, I would imagine. So you can purchase with cryptocurrencies and or you know, Visa, MasterCard, etc. The pass costs $300. Being the first to purchase or being the last to purchase in the 24-hour period does not impact. May the odds be in your favor. How is RECUR fostering and supporting the NFT community? A portion of our marketplace sales will be allocated towards the RECUR Community Fund, a program established to support new and ongoing initiatives in the NFT space. Where can I talk to the team? Discord, right? So that's generally what we see from there. And I think we've already looked at this, I think, maybe. Yeah, I think we've already looked at this. And yeah, like that's pretty much everything. Like, I think this is why I feel like Gary does know more than he let out to be. I know that the dude's busy, but the dude is busy with sorry, let me try that again. The dude is busy with his own business, right? But his own business is also being aware of what's happening in his space, and this is directly in his space. Like NFTs, which he goes on and on and on about. That's, I mean, hell, it's how I learned about them. And then also IP, building IP, you know, selling IP, etc. So I feel like he has heard about it. And it's a shame in a way that he didn't say anything bad, to be fair. He didn't say anything bad about VeVe. That's one thing that, like, people on Twitter were being clowns about it. They were like, you know, VeFriend is stupid, he's stupid. I'm like, no, he's not. He's smarter than you are. Like, straight up. Like, people trashing on Gary I mean, like, you can have your opinion on him, I don't care, but like, in general, I found it odd that he didn't want to talk, because he brought up that VeVe could win and that he's rooting for VeVe, etc. But yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, honestly, I don't really give a crap too much about what Gary's opinion. Like, yeah, I don't really care what Gary's opinion on it too much, to be honest with you, because like, we know what VeVe's doing. You know what I mean? We know what VeVe's doing. You know, no matter what he says, and like, this is coming from someone who's been watching and listening to Gary for the past like 4 or 5 years pretty consistently. And I have a lot of respect and admiration for the dude. He's helped me immensely through the past 5 years, just from me listening to his advice, his thoughts, his process over, like, you know, daily V, weekly V, etc. Which, if you know what I'm talking about, great. If you don't, then you don't. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then just accept that I know more and have heard more of this guy's spiel than you have, and therefore I have probably a little bit more of a wider or a fuller picture on the dude than those of you who haven't been on that journey with me. Anyway, that being said, RECUR looks interesting. I'm going to be covering more of this. Like, I'm not really tribalistic about what NFT projects do as well. I just want to talk about what does well and what interests me. I'm not trying to show anything. I don't give a boop. I'm just making videos. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are on RECUR. I'll probably be covering more of this in next year, to be honest with you. Because this channel isn't meant to be a VeVe only channel. It's just like VeVe is the thing that interests me one of the most in the NFT space, and realistically, we're at the point now where if I post anything outside of VeVe, no one wants to watch. So I think that'll change though. I think with RECUR, I think that might change. This could become a VeVe RECUR channel. Like, who knows what will happen, right? I'm just going to go towards what y'all want to see. So that being said, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. If this video was interesting or helpful to you in any way, shape or form, a like was always very much appreciated. And if you would like to be kept happening in this topic every single day, most time today, this is my channel. I cover everything going on every single day. So if you want to be everything happening, hit that subscribe button, keep notifications on. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next NFT video.